Okay, so first off, we're starting to thaw out. My daughter's a big Frozen fan, so I couldn't help but throw another meme onto the slide. Real quick, so homework 2, or the assignment for week 2 closed. It should automatically be graded. Assignment for week 3. So it's open today. It's going to close Monday at 5 p.m. Now the purpose of today's lecture is really, I'm not really going to do a lot of talking. I'm just going to let you all work and whatnot on this. The goal is that you should be able to complete it by the time 11:50 comes around. But if you don't get it done, no big deal. You've got till Monday at 5 p.m. to do it. Has everybody scanned the attendance code? So I want to mention something about that. I've had a couple students email me over the past couple of days say, well, I was in class, and I've given everybody the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, with the size of the class, I want to make sure that I'm counting everybody. So I'll try and reiterate, but please make sure that you scan the code, because I want to count you for here. But if it's 2 weeks down the line and I don't have you on that sign-in sheet, I'm not going to know whether or not you were here. So please make sure that you're scanning the code, okay? Has everybody gotten it? Everybody got it? Okay. I'll say a couple words about the exercise, and then I'm going to let you all do your thing. What I will probably do is pause the recording, and then as we go through the exercise, don't hesitate to raise your hand if you've got any questions, but if there's something that I think might be valuable for everybody to hear, I might start the recording back up and say, hey, here's something that could help everybody. So the purpose of today's lecture, or today's exercise, is to just give you all a chance to exercise a lot of the skills that we learned on Monday. And so what I've got is a drawing that has 5 sort of sets of features. And so I want you to reproduce them. When it's all said and done, your drawing should look something like this. So I've actually reproduced that one-to-one here on the announcement slide. If you look at your handout, just so everybody's aware, there's some text on the handout where it says drawing, not scale. You do not need to put that in your drawing submission, just the features that are described. So there is a page border, or there's 2 rectangles that serve as a page border, and then there are 5 features, and I've sort of named them somewhat uniquely so we're all speaking the same language. So feature 1 is what I'm calling a starburst. It's this series of lines there in the bottom right corner. Feature 2, I'm calling a knot pattern. It's this sort of intricate rectangular pattern here in the top right. What I'll say about that pattern is I think of all the 5 features, that one might actually be the one that's the most frustrating to draw because of all the different line segments. And this is definitely one where turning on the grid snap settings might help, because you can visually see where the lines are drawn. All those bands in that knot pattern are 0.5 units thick. So you might have to infer some dimensions and use your noggin a little bit on constructing that. Feature 3 is this circle collection there in the bottom left. What I'll say about that circle collection is that you need to draw it in order, okay? Because some of the circles, like circle 5, might be tangent to circle 2. So you need to draw them in order. The polygon and ellipse group is that rectangle there in the top right. And that rectangle in the top right, the polygons, you might need to turn on grid snap setting to orient them. So instead of inputting the numbers, you might need to actually click the screen to locate the polygons. And then for feature 5, there's that bracket there in the middle of the screen. That's just a regular, that's sort of more representative of a typical engineering part, pretty simple one. But between all of this, this is your goal for today. So I'm actually going to pause the recording. I might stop it if we don't have any questions, but I'm going to let you all do your thing. If anybody has any questions throughout the exercise, raise your hand. That's what I'm here to do. I'm just going to be walking around seeing how everybody is working. Let me pause this and I'll get to it. So let's see.